Welcome to my review of the Losi 8ight-T 2.0 electric conversion. As you can see, I have the T-bone bumper on it, a Proline slipstream body, some Duratrax 3.8 hatchet tires, and some Dubro body clip retainers. Let's have a look underneath the body. Fairly standard 8-scale truggy layout, of course, with 3 diffs, your front, your center, and your rear diff. There's lots of anodized 1775 aluminum on this kit. As you can see, the front hinge pin plate, the shock towers, the shocks, the big bore shocks themselves are also aluminum, of course. You can see I took some body post off of a Kyosho Mad Force cruiser to be able to mount this style of body. Let's go back, see more nice aluminum. Don't know if you can see, but my rear uprights are also aluminum. They do not come with a kit that way, but mine have been upgraded to that spec. The conversion comes with a nice big battery tray and a nice adjustable motor mount that allows for mounting of large motors. I have the 40x80 motor in there right now. That's a Hobby King model. I have a S-Run Hobby Wing 150 amps speed controller in there and a generic Hobby King servo.
Let me start by saying that this review doesn't make a whole lot of sense because there's no way you can buy this vehicle in an RC store on the web in any way. And here you can see it driving with some big Hobby Parts tires on it, and you can see that it handles quite nicely, and it is very much like a very stable monster truck. I did buy this truck used. It was formerly a race nitro truggy that was raced on carpet, so it didn't suffer a whole lot. Despite this fact, though, I did have quite a few issues with it. The main one was actually the diffs kept clicking, especially under braking. It took me a couple of months to figure out what the culprit was. I tried changing the diff housings, the ring and pinion, the bearings, the grease inside of the diff housing and the oil, pretty much everything. And I also shimmed it quite tightly, especially the rear diff, because people kept telling me it was the rear diff. In the end, it turned out to be my front diff, and the solution was to shim it. Once I shimmed it, the clicking went away. It came back after about 10 packs, but then I just shimmed it a little bit more, and it's been gone ever since. The next piece of footage here, you can see with the Trencher X tires, and you can see that with such tires and enough power through it, it does wheelie quite nicely. I also am running 300 weight, or 300,000 weight diff oil in the center diff. That of course helps a lot. Another issue that I had was stripping spurs, the plastic spurs. You have to get your mesh absolutely perfect, and even then, with the big tires and the large amount of power going through this truck, you will strip out your spur gears. Here it is on 4S doing some speed runs with some Trailblazer tires. So the solution for the spurs was to get it a metal spur, which has worked great. It's not that noisy, so it's just a great durable fix. Another issue that I've had was with the temperatures of the motor. Whatever I did, didn't matter what kind of voltage I put through it, what kind of motor I installed, or what kind of gearing, it kept running hot. In the end, I suspect that it's the crunchiness of the diffs that you need to have in order to stop it from skipping, which creates a lot of friction. This piece of the video can really see how it handles. It handles really nicely, as it is, of course, a race truggy at heart. But anyway, I also think my gear mesh wasn't set very well. So I set it looser lately, and I put a fan on the motor, and my temps have actually been quite good. Alright, My truck did have quite a few upgrades when I bought it used. It has aluminum rear uprights, aluminum front hubs, it has the Fiorni diff cups, and some titanium turnbuckles, I believe. And I believe that definitely helped in the durability department, because this truck has been, apart from the issues that I described, you could actually hear it clicking there, by the way, in the video. It has been very durable for me. The main thing that I broke was a shock end, and I pierced one of the rubber inserts for one of the hinge pin plates. Other than that, it survived all kinds of crazy crashes. You'll see a couple of them here. The T-bone bumper does help in that respect quite a lot. I already told you that it handles really nicely. It flies like a champ also. It is a true racing truggy at that. And it is a really fun truck to ride, especially you can see a crash there because it's so durable, so you really don't have to worry about it that much. So you can just fling it around. It's fun to jump, it's fun to just run over all kinds of stuff. The only negative that I have is that sometimes it can be a bit boring, especially out in the open, because it just handles so well. There's not a lot of challenge in that. Would I buy it again? Yeah, sure. I mean, for 200 euros, I got it used with all the upgrades. I paid 80 euros for the conversion. I have some relatively cheap Hobby King / Hobby Wing electronics in it, and that has been really good for me. So yeah, good truck in general. A bit expensive, you have to get it new though.
That doesn't sound good.